I thought I'd film this for you from Dublin Bay. It's about something that we are so easily forgetting in modern life, and I too have been doing this a lot and decided to change it all this year, this summer. So it's about the speed with which we move and which we are future based in so much of the time that we're spending each day. So in each moment, are you thinking about where you are now, or are you planning, thinking, organizing for something that's going to happen later? Now, I do it a lot. When I'm home, I'm often planning for future trips, maybe workshops, maybe my membership, travel. It's like a lot of this, but it's the art is sort of the knack of how to stay where you are and really be in the moment, and yet also still do these other things. So I'm filming this for you in Dublin Bay. I'm out on the north shore of it, and it's a wee bit windy, so I'm looking a little blustered, and it's seriously nippily cold. But it's a good adventure. So what I've decided to do is something really different. So I've decided to sort of switch back to more of the travel that I used to take when I was a kid with my family. We traveled really slowly. We lived in Europe. We moved every 3 to 4 months, and we moved an old combi van, and or we'd take trains, but there was slowness and there was a lot of waiting and sitting around, and it's a whole different quality, and it allows one to really be more in the moment. Now, you mightn't want to have that slow travel or movement in your life, but you can introduce it in little ways. So what I've decided to do this summer is to not fly in Europe. So I'm doing it for a couple of reasons. I don't enjoy flying. I find it too fast paced. I find it's too rushed, and my body feels sort of exhausted and stressed from it. So it's like, and I love trains. So in summer I always take trains down to France, but I thought I'd add this and incarnate and go, right, in Europe I'm taking trains, buses and ferries. I'm not flying. I fly a couple of times a year to Australia to see my parents, and I think that is also enough of a carbon footprint without adding any more to it with European flights. So this has been an interesting challenge. So I've only been doing it for the last couple of months. Well, really I haven't since the summer, but it's like been focused since then. So I did a trip to Holland. That's easy. There's fast trains, it's a breeze, it's a joy. And I was like, Ireland, okay, a little bit more interesting. And so I'm in Dublin. But it was really easy. I took a couple of trains across the south of Wales, totally beautiful. And then I took a lovely, super modern ferry where I was able to actually do some work while having time to be a little leisured, to have time to relax and look at the breathtaking view out the back of the boat. To find a corner on the boat, pay an extra €6, and have a lounge that was quiet with luxury lounge chairs. It was like first class, but on a boat. And then over here, another short ferry, another short train ride, and I was in Dublin. So travel may or may not be your way of slowing down, but it can be if you find something that you could introduce that is a shift on where you might be now, that takes you away from future focusing where you are in each moment and allows you to just enjoy. Excuse me, it is windy. And what I've been finding is also there's so many more adventures. I've met some amazing people just chatting on ferries and trains, and as I wait around. The timing was a bit longer. Sure, it took sort of about an extra half day, but it was a productive half day. I could actually work in that where I can't work on planes and in airports. So the biggest joy for me has been the ease, the relaxation, and the adventures. It's brought lots of little mini adventures back into my life, which I'm totally enjoying. So I'm down here, I'm waiting for in an hour I'll take the train and start heading my way back to England. I've had lunch with friends, I've met new people. There's things that are possible when we're not moving quite so fast. And if you make space for that in your life somewhere, maybe it's just you go and sit on a park bench and you meet strangers and you talk to them and you see what comes from that. Maybe you walk in a different part of your town. Maybe you go shopping or you go traveling across to wherever you're going, but you go by a different route. Maybe you go by public transport. And allow yourself to have some adventures and meet some new things and watch what happens in your body. For me, it's just so much more relaxing. Planes are really fast, and it's definitely a faster pace than our body is comfortable at. And so sometimes we have to take them. But as much as possible, if you can do things in a slightly more leisurely way and enjoy it and see what comes, see the gifts that turn up when you do this. Ciao for now. I'd love you to share below what you are finding or thinking about. Like what could you do that would bring a slower pace into your life? And sometimes the pacing, the stress that you might be feeling as a background feeling in your body is a very old one. It can be from early in our life and attention. And then if you're wanting to let that go, come and see me for some sessions. And we can really free that, because it becomes that stress becomes that force that's pushing us forward to do things in such a rush. And so moving us away from just enjoying the moment. Okay, ciao for now from Dublin.